A political upheaval or revolution or an awakening was only imminent because the years of Corona and the vaccinations killed off so many dumbasses that the vibration level of this earth has started to increase. And I could feel it. I could feel that the new generation simply weren't as dumb as our older generations. They were dying off. And they continue to die off. And a lot of people who took the vaccinations have lower life expectancy, and they will continue to die off. As they do so, the consciousness of Earth is just waking up, right? And there's nothing that can be done about it. It's the governments who sit on the opposite side of power, who are assuming that their authority is inherent and not derived or not delegated, will be forced out of power. We have reached a point in history where the monarchs have to accept that people have awakened. People no longer think that God somehow ordained them to rule and gave them divine right to make laws for the people. Right? When people woke up and understood this, monarchs that understood this conceded to the demands for a constitution, which would limit their power. There were monarchs who didn't. Nicholas or the rulers of France did not agree to it, and they met uneventful ends. Similarly, governments today don't understand that the world has changed. Because the world has changed, the people have changed. Because the people have changed, the demands have changed. Right? And therefore the contract has to be renegotiated. Right? Just like those people in the French Revolution or in the American Revolution understood that this was just brainwashing and conditioning, that God has given some people an absolute right to rule over the rest of humanity. And that's why they revolted, because they woke up from this vision. The same awakening must happen in this time. As I see in India, Indian youth they're beginning to ask the constitutional questions, the questions about sovereignty and independence. What does it mean to be free? Well, this means just this. We are free people. The Constitution is merely a contract. It's not some divine law. It's not a divine principle. It's merely a contract by which we shall limit the power of elected representatives in case they go rogue. That's the purpose of the Constitution. We elect representatives or deputies to run the country because we as free people have to do our daily jobs. We can't just do public works. That's why we choose a group of people, our representatives, to do them for us. And the Constitution is merely a contract that we have with them. We are not limited by the government or by the Constitution. They are limited by us. So this is the actual principle. We are free. That's the number one assumption. And if we are free, that means we get to live by our own principles, the way we want to live, right? And that means we get to elect our own government, form our own government. We form the own government, but because we are not doing direct oversight about what they are doing, on what they are doing, we are not. They're mere. It's like a software or a proxy. The proxy, our representatives are our proxies. They are doing their jobs, but we are not micromanagement. We don't believe in micromanagement. So we just gave them a contract, which is the Constitution, that you can make your laws, just make sure you don't overreach. You don't devalue the very principles that define our freedom. Right? But times have changed. It's like we don't engage in global wars anymore because of the nuclear threat. Right? We don't need public education anymore because we have internet. But the times have changed, so it's obvious that the Constitution has become obsolete in many countries. And it's normal. Now the government might need an absolute majority in both the houses and go through the bureaucratic process of getting it signed, and if refused by the president, re-debate it, whatever. They are not permitted to change the Constitution, precisely because then they might become the authority rather than the agent. They are our agents, and that's why they can't amend the Constitution. But we can amend the Constitution whenever we want, by the same principle, by the same virtue that allowed us to enact a Constitution. We can change the Constitution. Just like if enough of us can get together and have a mutual agreement that we are voicing the opinion of the public, we are voicing the interest of the public. What is best for the individual? What makes an individual free? We can make an argument and a collective appeal to it, and people peacefully agree to it, then that's our new contract. The Constitution is not the highest law of the land. because the highest law is the individual is sovereign. That's what it means to be free. If you're not free, then you are a slave. That's what it means. And to be free means we get to have the constitution that we want. We get to have the contract that we want. We are not limited by the constitution. We are the super system. Right? Just like a software, a computer must do what it's programmed to do. So the computer is like the government, and the program is the constitution. You must do this. But we are the designer. We write the code. And if you want the computer to do something else, or if you want the software to do something else, we can change it. Right? The computer cannot change the software, but we can change it. We are the final boss. This is what it means to be free. So I'm not asking for a revolution. I'm just asking for a political reawakening, a re-understanding of what it means to be free. This is it. No revolution needed. And people on the other side, the governments of the world, USA, of India, the two countries that I've lived in, they must also have to understand themselves that they are deputies. Right? If you peacefully agree to what we say, that's great. That's great. This is what monarchies that exist today, like the monarchies of England, right? The reason why the King of England existed, the Queen still existed, and still countries like Australia and Canada, still are essentially their kingdoms, even though they have their own constitution, is because they peacefully accepted constitutional limits to their power, right? They are monarchies that didn't, and they don't survive, right? That's the thing. The deputies, the proxy, the government must also have this awakening. Everybody in the political system must have this awakening that they are deputies. They are not our authority. Their authority is derived or delegated. Our authority is inherent. We are free people. Our authority is inherent. We are the sovereign. We are the sovereign. And we can change the constitution whenever we want. We don't need constitutional measures. It's for them. It's for the government. The constitutional measures are for the government. And precisely for the government, so they don't topple the system. They don't topple over the system. It's not for us.